guys, welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about the 5 worst and 5 best things about being an au pair. So one of the bad things about becoming an au pair is that you never know where you're going to end up. The family might seem really sweet on paper and during the interview they're great, but they are horrible in real life. I had a friend who ended up in one of these situations as a nanny. During the interview they were great, they were really kind, but as soon as she turned up there they turned and it just wasn't a nice situation. They were really demanding and just weren't nice to her. So even though you think you've got the perfect family, you're still not sure until you actually end up being there, and you sort of just have to hope for the best, which is not a great thing when you're moving to a different country all by yourself. Another bad thing about being an au pair is that you go to a different country by yourself and you find yourself all alone. I think this is what most au pairs go through. You go to a different country and you meet the family and it's the weekend and you've got nothing to do or nobody to do anything with. So you definitely have to go out and actively find friends, which if you're like me, not that good at that, so you find yourself with no friends and having to entertain yourself all weekend. Which sort of leaves me to point 3, which is that you feel guilty for not doing anything over the weekend. The idea is that au pairs are a cultural exchange program, so you don't work as many hours, so you can go out and see the country or the city that you're in and learn about the culture. I'd been to London plenty times before, so I didn't always feel the need to go out and explore, and I don't, but you sort of feel guilty about just sitting in your room all weekend not doing anything. So that's another bad thing about being an au pair, is that you don't really get to enjoy having a calm weekend of doing nothing because you feel like you should be doing something. Which leads to point 4, which is that you don't get that much money. You get pocket money, but that pocket money can only get you so far. If you want to go on a holiday, so you're trying to save up, or if you're just trying to save up in general, you're not going to be left with a whole lot of money to spend, and you're going to have to figure out a way to do that wisely. So either way, you hope to find friends like I did who are also trying to save up, so you make rules like we did, where we didn't meet up during the week and we would only meet up during the weekend to lower the cost, and things like meeting up after lunch so that breakfast and lunch was on the family and you would only have to pay for dinner with your friends. So definitely never enough money as an au pair. It goes really quickly. And number 5 is that on your days off you're still stuck having kids in the house, at least. I have had many Saturday mornings, Sunday mornings where I woke up because the kids were screaming, or just during the day they're screaming and you just want some peace and quiet, but they do not feel like doing that. So that is something that isn't always fun, where you just want some quiet and you can't because there's kids in the house. But luckily there are also good things about being an au pair. The number 1 has to be the commute to work, which is 2 seconds because you go from in your bedroom to at work. And that means that if you have a 7:30 start, technically you could roll out of bed at 7:25, put on your clothes and go downstairs to start work, which is really nice. I usually take a little bit longer because I just spend way too much time doing nothing, scrolling through the news or Instagram or whatever, but the commute has to be one of the best things about being an au pair. With that, number 2 is babysitting as an au pair is great, because if you, like me, like to go to bed on time, the amount of nights I've babysat where I was so tired and I just wanted to go home but the family wasn't home yet. Nowadays, after I've dropped the kids off in bed, especially during the week, I can just put my pyjamas on, watch a movie, chill, and I don't have to worry about what time the parents come home, because when I'm tired I can just go to sleep, and if the kids cry then hopefully I'll wake up, but if they don't, I'll sleep through it. So definitely being able to babysit in your pajamas and go to bed before the parents are even back home is something that is really nice as an au pair. Another thing is that as an au pair you have a lot of free time. So both on the weekend and during the week you should only be working roughly 30 to 40 hours a week. I think here in England it's actually a max of 35 hours, I think, including babysitting. So that definitely gives you enough time, even during the day, to go out and explore, or on the weekends, go out and explore the city, the countryside, even go on a holiday, like a weekend away if you want to. So there's lots and lots of free time to do stuff. And number 4, best things, you get to live in a different country. I've always wanted to live in a different country, and this is a great way to see, is it what I thought it would be? Is it something I want to do long term? Do I want to stay in this country? Do I want to go back home? So being an au pair, if you're ever thinking about living in a different country, being an au pair is a great way to check it out, to see if it's for you. You get to immerse yourself in the culture, the language, depending on where you go, and that is something that is great about being an au pair. And with regards to coming to a new place all by yourself, especially if you come to a bigger city like London, or Dublin, or New York, or wherever you're going to be an au pair, it is very easy to make friends, because if you're in the big city, there are a lot of other au pairs that have just started, that don't know anybody either, and that are looking to make friends. So in a way it's very easy to make friends if you just go out on Facebook. There are lots of Facebook groups all over the world for au pairs to meet each other, and you just have to do it. Yeah, I should maybe get onto that at some point. So those are my 5 worst and 5 best things about being an au pair. If you are an au pair, what are your sort of favourite and worst things about being an au pair? Please leave a comment down below, and I'll see you in my next video.